Hey guys, well, as you know, the title says new additions and updates. So this is one of the new additions. As you guys know, last week I set up this tank, or sorry, we set up this tank and picked up a crested gecko. This is a female, about 7 months old. My girlfriend's daughter, she actually breeds these guys, and she was willing to sell us one slash separate with one. So she's absolutely stunning. Get a good look at her there. I believe what they call this morph, she said it was a Halloween, which is fairly sought after in the hobby. I'm not much into Cresties, well I haven't been, but her coloration is quite unique, as you can see there. Let's just see if I can get her out and we'll have a better look at her. So there she is, guys. Beautiful markings on the side. She's very tame, as you can see. She still has her tail. A lot of Cresties don't have their tails. They tend to drop them for, well, not no reason. They get frightened quite easy and then they drop the tails. And they don't grow back. So she's beautiful. Just have her in an Exoterra. I think it's 12 by 12 by 18. We'll probably end up getting her something a little bit bigger down the road. She's going to the bathroom. But she was just in a smaller enclosure, so she said this would be good for now. So over here we have the Repashy. It's the mix you make for them. Mounted a water dish up there, put some moss on it, and just did it all up. So you got lots of places to hide back there. The plants and what have you. Fake plants. Anyways, guys, let's see what else we got. Okay, so this is an update on Binks, our red iguana. He got a new enclosure, as you can see, much larger than what he was in. This is Exoterra, 24 by 24 by 18, I believe it is. There he is there, he's under his UVB light, and he just tends to go up there because he wants to get as far away from people as possible. He's still a bit of a jerk, but you know what, in time he'll settle. But yeah, I just got a big piece of wood in there. Got his veggies. He'll go through that almost in, well, a day. And if I don't change it first thing the next day, he'll finish it off. So, I mean, he's eating well again. He hasn't eaten yet today, so he'll be down munching on that soon enough. Water dish, and just did it up for him. He's got his heat light over here and his UVB over there. That's just an update on him and his tank. And reason we got this guy, or sorry, this tank, was I seen an ad was selling bearded dragon. So I'll tell you the story about that when I get to it. So on to the next. Alright guys, as you can see, this is Binks' old tank. He was just in this temporary till we got him something bigger. What we picked up is a little beardy, but he's got quite the story behind him. I went to pick up the larger Exoterra. I seen this online, and it was bearded dragon, set up, everything, tank, for sale. So I thought, you know what, yeah, it was a smaller beardy. We can put him in here in the smaller tank for now and give Binks the bigger tank. But as well, we went and had a look at him. I figured out quite quickly he wasn't cared for properly. As you can see over here, this is a tall tank. The girl was very nice. She had him in here, but you know, she had these two little sticks in there for him laying on the floor here. His lighting was up top. So as you can see, you know, it's 2 feet from the top. He's not getting any UVB. And I know most of you guys are tarantula people on here, but UVB is very important for most lizards. Well, I'd say all lizards. Snakes is not a big thing because most snakes are nocturnal, so they don't need the UVB, they don't need the sun. But these guys need UVB, especially as babies. They grow so quickly. We put calcium, multivitamins on their food to get them growing well and get them all the nutrition they need. But most people don't realize this, but UVB is good. It helps them absorb the vitamin D. So we can put all the calcium we want on our reptiles, or say our bearded dragons food. He's eating it, but if he doesn't have the proper lighting, he or she cannot absorb that calcium. So what happens if they're deprived of that because they're growing so quickly? This guy's, I think, 7 months old. They end up with a disease that's called metabolic bone disease, and this guy has it. I'm going to take him out for you, or get him to move. He's a sweetheart. I mean, he eats well. He pounds down probably, I don't know, 10 roaches a day. Good sized roaches as well. He eats a little bit of his veggies, and he also eats a little bit of his pellet. But we called him Scally because he's like a scallywag. He can't walk very well. As you can see, his one leg is curled under here. His hind leg there just kicks up. The other one's just kind of laying there. So I'm going to see if I can get him to move for you. He's very friendly, or she. I think it's a female. But watch his legs. That one just sticks under, and it doesn't really have any mobility to them. Come on, buddy. Or she. I'm gonna get upset with me. Got a camera in her face. But anyways, I got her under the UVB. I got 2 nice bulbs in here for her. Basking spot over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it says 100, but under that rock it's 110, and that's what these guys need, between 100 and 110 basking spot. And they need to get up underneath the UVB here. So I made a little handicap ramp for him, and he or she can scamper up here and sits up here on under the UVB. And also, this is what I did. I glue gunned a suction cup onto the piece of wood, and I stuck to the glass, so it's, it wiggles a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall. But there he is, or she. Great little lizard. I'm hoping it may correct itself somewhat. I don't see any huge swelling in the joints, or none of them are, the limbs are bent, which that can also happen with metabolic bone disease. It just deforms their bones. So anyways, he's a special little lizard, and I think he thinks he's in Club Med in here. We got it set up pretty cool for him. There's little rocks in there. I got him on the sand, and not to say I don't recommend it, but if you keep your beardies on sand, don't feed them in the enclosure, because they can get impacted. As far as they eat something, they get a mouthful of sand, and sometimes they have a problem passing it through. So I take them out and we feed them in a bin with lots of vitamins and calcium on his roaches. So anyways, guys, I know that was a little bit long on him, but he's special. He deserves it. There's his setup. And we'll go on to the next. Alright, guys, so in this little 10-gallon aquarium is this tiny little lizard. Sorry about the glare. He's up there. There it is there. That is a green anole. And there's a story behind this one too, I'm going to tell you quickly. I went to the pet store just to pick up some small crickets for my tarantulas. And I noticed, well actually, my girlfriend and I, we noticed, we always go and look at the reptiles, whatever else they have there. So I've seen a tank with 2 of these guys in there. One of them was on the bottom, not looking good at all. It was emaciated. It was, you see this guy's tail, it's kind of plump. You could see every bone in this other lizard's body. So anyways, we felt bad, so we bought him, and we bought this one as well, so we would have 2. I wasn't very hopeful, but I thought, you know what, I have a better chance on making this thing survive than people at the pet store. So, but unfortunately he didn't make it. He lasted about 2 days, and we're left with 1. So there's a setup. It's quite extravagant for a little guy. Got a big piece of wood in there. He's got a little pond down here if he wants to go drink. Got a bowl full of roaches down there. And also, that's a live plant. Custom background. Cocoa fiber. And on both sides, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I mossed the whole side of on both sides of the enclosure. So it looks kind of neat, actually. So it's a neat little terrarium. That's his setup there. And I'm sure we'll throw a few more in there. But there's a look at them. It's kind of hard to see them, and they're very quick, so I don't want to take the lid off. And he's in the stand, so or on the stand. It's hard to get at him. And we'll see what else we have here. Okay, guys. Last but certainly not least, this is our new veiled chameleon. He's about 7 months old. He's in great shape. He's a good size for his age. If these guys are taken care of properly, they can get quite large quite fast. This one, you can tell he's a male. He's got that big crest on top of his head. And the females are generally a lot smaller. And he's got a lot of different colors in him. He's kind of chilling right now, so you can't really see his vibrant colors. But females are generally just like a green. But he's really cool. Like I said, he's only about 7 months old. The fellow that had this guy's had him since he was a little baby, and he did really well with him. He fed him properly, obviously gave him the right lighting, and also he had him in this big cage. I bought everything off this guy. It's a Repti Breeze XL. It's quite large. It's huge, actually. It's 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep. It's 4 feet high. So we did his cage up with, he had this plant in here. I don't know what it is, but it just grows. It's kind of in rough shape. A lot of it was dead. I don't think he was watering it a whole lot. But anyways, we got some water into it, and also he had some fake artificial plants in here. And then we just kind of added some color to it. Look at that. Some more down here, up here, and put some color in the back as well. And down here, I just put a little bit of substrate on the bottom. These guys very rarely will go to the bottom, but that's just for when he poops. It's easy to pick up. It's not stuck to the bottom. And up here, as you can see, water dripping. He gave me a big drip system with it, but it was quite large. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize it, but you just get a little container like this, put water in it, put a pinhole in the bottom, and it's going to drip. So what I've done is I've just, see it there? Place it over this big leaf. It drips onto here and it rolls down here. I've actually seen the chameleon today. He was drinking right off of this leaf here. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but chameleons will not drink still water. It has to be moving. So I mean, you can spray them, the enclosure down, but it dries up pretty quickly. And these guys, you know, they're from a very wide region. They can go with, you know, you can keep them humid, you can keep them really dry. They're very forgiving. That's why they're a great chameleon to start out with if you're thinking about getting into them. But what was I talking about? Yeah, so I just fill this up a couple times a day, let it drip, and he comes over here, and as you can see, it runs down here, and then he will lap it up off the leaf. And down here I got a big, it's just a, I guess, well, I keep my teas in. It's a shoe box. And what we did, we put moss all around the side of it there, and this side here, so it looks a little nicer. And I also did that with his roach bin. I think there's one roach in there. Focus. But he went down there last night, and he did nail a roach off of there, or out of there. But I just put it in a separate container, hold it in front of him like a little deli container like this, and he comes right over, and he usually eats 3 or 4 large roaches, so I'm sure he likes that as well. And also I put his calcium and his multivitamins on it as well. And up top there we have his dual light, his UVB, and also his basking spot. So that's about it, guys. I'll just show you this close. This thing's huge. Just a screen door. There he is back there. I didn't want to go through the screen because you can't see him, but that's it there in the corner. I got my roaches underneath him. And he goes all the way pretty much to the ceiling. Sorry about the glare. And also, just want to show you guys a little update on the pixie frog. There he is, the African bullfrog. That's Jabba. I rehoused him. I did some moving around. I'd moved some of my teas around because I'm going to use this as my reptile shelf. So unfortunately, some of my teas, my Haitian Browns, or Formictopus cancerides 3 and 4, they went into a bin. And I also put Pac-Man Frog in here. These guys have grown so much since I got them about 3 weeks ago. You know, I didn't want to put them in a tub. I could have, but actually my girlfriend did. She wanted to see them, so we did some moving around. This guy's really cool. He's got his water over here, lots of moss over there, and I just did it up nice for him. So he can go dryer over here if he wants to, or you can hang out in his water or in the moss. And the same thing over here with the Pac-Man. But see that big lump of moss? He or she's under that, so we can go to the water, under the moss, or just hang out over here. So I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys don't mind seeing some reptiles on my channel, because honestly, I love my teas, but I also love my reptiles, and I didn't really have the space for them before where I was at, so slowly getting back into them, and it's kind of nice. My girlfriend enjoys them as well, so she's down here helping me out with them, and she really likes this little guy. He's he or she, special little lizard, and actually Binks is hers, but he's a jerk, but he'll settle down as he gets older. So other than that, guys, that's about it for this video. I don't think I have any other updates. Oh, I think my GBB #1 molted I just seen today, but I have to do a feeding video. I'm gonna get to that probably within the next couple of days. And I know I just noticed I hadn't posted a feeding video in a month, but I did feed my tarantulas over the holidays, the Christmas holidays, but it was just so crazy busy. I just came down here and spent a couple hours just feeding. When I do a feeding video, it takes me about 4 hours, 5 hours, start to finish, with the camera in my hand. So I just kind of did a quick one. But teas are due to be fed again, so look forward to that. And until next time, guys, take care. Have a good day and a good night, wherever you're at. Bye-bye.